So let's talk about gratitude for a second. Gratitude is something that everybody says that you should feel. If you're feeling shitty, write down a gratitude list and you'll feel better. So I had an epiphany about gratitude that really made it click for me. But in the past, whenever someone would tell me to be grateful, it wouldn't make sense to me, especially when I was feeling shitty. It's like, yeah, it would almost be like I would feel guilty that I felt shitty. So it was having the opposite effect of what I wanted it to have or what it's supposed to have. So here's what gratitude actually is. Gratitude is saying the conditions of my life right in this moment are good enough for me to make choices to get to where I want to go. Like the amount of hair on my head, which is receding, or my fingers or my arms or my brain, I have all of the raw materials to at least move the baton forward and make a contribution that I have a sense that I can make. And that's what I'm grateful for. So it's not like, I wake up and everything's hunky-dory and I'm so grateful for the sun, man. It's more like, no, like life is difficult, but I was at least given these raw materials to work with. And I know with these raw materials that I can build something. It might not be like the best thing compared to Joe Schmo over there or whatever, but it's going to be my thing and I can build it. And what I have is enough to do it. That's what gratitude is. So it's not that things are perfect and we're so grateful because things are perfect. It's that things aren't perfect, but the things that I have are good enough to make something more perfect. And when I realized that, it made gratitude a lot easier for me because, I have obvious flaws. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not like super rich. I'm not super handsome. There's a lot of things that I don't have that other people do have that I could get caught up on, or that I could at least be like, oh fuck man, I got gypped. This is bullshit. But in truth, I have a lot of other gifts that are only mine and it's enough. So that's a good way to think about gratitude. Whoever you are on the other side of this camera, you have specific attributes that are yours alone. And when you combine them all together in your own unique way, it's going to produce an output that only you can produce. And this is just a fancy way of saying the same thing that everybody else has been saying for years, but it's a good reminder. You can be grateful for the fact that at least you have these raw materials, regardless of how valuable society thinks they are. If you have something to work with, then you can make something out of it. And that's a beautiful thing, and it's something to be grateful for.